Hello, my name is Richard Lewis, and I am going to talk to you about all the amazing resources that you have as students through the Prescott College Library. Very briefly, we have over 36,000 books in the library itself. We have 1.3 million items in the county that you have access to. We have over 238,000 ebooks. We have millions of full-text articles via our databases, 3 professional librarians, and 7 part-time library staff. To access most of these resources, you'll need your library barcode number, which is on your student ID. All students will also be mailed their library number, and this will give you access to our library databases, the ebooks, also if you're on campus, after hours library building access, printing and scanning. I'll be going over a lot of resources, but just remember that we're here to help, and when in doubt, contact the library. And it's just, you can send us an email, library.prescott.edu. So from the main library webpage, which is library.prescott.edu, and I encourage you to bookmark that link by just dragging it down to your bookmark toolbar. The library is set up with this left-hand navigation, so you can see over here on the left-hand side of the screen direct links to the library catalog, all of our article databases, other resources, the Writing Center, etc. The main Library Search Plus box here in the center is where you'll use a single search to search about 90% of our resources. And here you can limit it to the title, peer-reviewed only, full text, what have you. The results you'll be able to narrow down with what are called limiters. So over on the side you can limit by full text, by the year, by subject terms, etc. And speaking of subject terms, there's these subject headings on each resource, and these are tags that librarians have used to identify the general field what this article concerns. These are great resources to find new ways of using keywords and new ways of using vocabulary to search for what you're looking for. And over here on the left are links that will help you save, cite, export, what have you. When there's full text, there'll be a full text link that you can just click on and you'll be taken right to the full text. If we don't have the article or resource as full text, there'll be a request link for an interlibrary loan, and we'll go over that in just a minute. So when you click on something for full text, you will be asked for your library barcode number if you're off campus, and you'll find that on your student ID number, and again we'll email all students their library barcode number. If you click on the interlibrary loan link, the first time you click on that you'll need to register for a new account down here, and then you'll just put in your information and you will be set up to request that article to be emailed to you. And this interlibrary loan, which is we refer to as ILL, is for people to obtain books and articles not available in the library's collection. It's free to students, faculty, and staff, and it will give you article and book chapters, will be sent to you with a link to a full text, and books and other physical items must be picked up at the library. So this is one thing that we cannot mail you interlibrary loan books. We can only mail you books that are within our collection if you're off campus. If you know what journal you're looking for, a specific journal where the article was published, you can actually, from the library.prescott.edu website, click on this journal search, and here you can enter the title, the name of the journal, and you'll see where it's at, if we have it full text, and links that will give it to you. I also want to talk about Google Scholar. This is a great resource. It allows you to search across a wide range of academic literature. It draws on information from journal publishers, university repositories, and other websites. When you first go to Google Scholar, which is just scholar.google.com, I encourage you to click on these 3 lines up here, which is sometimes referred to as the hamburger. And when you click on that, you'll click on Settings and click on Library Links. and then enter Prescott College. And when you search for that, you'll want to make sure this bottom one is highlighted, checked. Prescott College, full text at Prescott College, and then click Save. And now when you do a search in Google Scholar and find some results, if there's full text, over here on the right-hand side, there will be a link to full text at Prescott College Library if we actually have that article through one of our databases. Sometimes there's also other PDFs or HTML full text links over here which you can use as well. So it's a great way to keep an eye on and actually go right to the freely downloadable full text rather than clicking on the title of the article, which sometimes will send you to the publisher's website and they'll ask you to pay for that article. Another item I want to point out on Google Scholar, which is just brilliant, is over here on the left-hand side, you'll see underneath the article, cited by 16. This means after this article was published, other articles and books have cited it. And you can click on that link and be taken to those 16 resources and see if they are also pertinent, if that article that you have found is also pertinent. I often will find a good article or a book and just run it through Google Scholar to see if any other articles or books have cited it. It also gives you an indication how much of an impact that article or book has had in its field. If it's cited over 2,000 times, you know that a lot of people have read it and it has had a big impact. You might ask, what about books? Well, to access the 36,000 books in the library and the 1.3 million books in the county and over 238,000 ebooks, you will go to the library catalog. And again, from library.prescott.edu, there'll be this library catalog link over here on the left. You can put in a search and the results will be returned and it'll show you where on the shelf they are. And if you want, you can click here to place a hold on the book. Now, if you do that, you'll be asked to sign in, or you can just click on sign in up here. And the first time you sign in, it'll ask for your PIN number, and you probably will not have your PIN number. So all you need to do is click reset my PIN, and it will be emailed to you a link, and that you can put in whatever PIN you'd like. Once you sign in, it will show you how many items you'll have checked out. It will allow you to renew those books, say when the books are due, and have all that information. When you click on the books that you have checked out, you'll be given the list, and from there you'll be able to click on the blue renew button to renew them. You might ask, how many books can I have and for how long? Well, there's a 50 book item limit. You're responsible for mailing or returning books back on time if you're not on campus. And you can renew the books up to 3 times over the internet unless someone requests that book. And currently we actually have it set up to automatically renew if nobody has placed a hold on the book. But if somebody has placed a hold on the book, you'll need to return the book by its due date. For the loan periods for our various types of students, resident undergraduates get 3 weeks, the limited residency undergraduates get 4 weeks, master students get 5 weeks, and PhD students get 6 weeks. We can mail you any book in the catalog if you are an off-campus student. We will pay to ship them to you and you pay to ship them back. But again, we cannot mail you books received through what's called Interlibrary Loan. That's any books that have come outside the county. We cannot mail you those. When you click place a hold on a book, and if you're an off-campus student and you want us to mail you the book, then you'll change your pickup location from Prescott College Library to Prescott College Mail Delivery. This will make sure we know to mail you the book instead of just placing it on our bookshelf and waiting for you to pick it up. For ebooks, our ebooks are instantly accessible. There's over 238,000 full-text ebooks, and they're accessible through various means. One is through our catalog or also our database pages. So from the catalog, you might see an ebook come up and it'll show you access online. You just click on that and you'll be taken to it. You can also go from our article database page, which is over here on the left. You can go to Ebook Central and search there. Also, our ebook collection is part of ProQuest, which is one of our main databases. Within ProQuest, you can select just ebooks if you want to limit to them, and you can search that way. So when you get to ebooks, there you'll see your results, and they'll look like this. And from here, you can click on the title you're interested. You can click just read online and you'll have immediate access. You can also add it to your bookshelf. When you log in, when you go to these ebooks, you'll be asked to enter your barcode if you hadn't already done so. And it'll remember who you are, and you get your own personal bookshelf. So you can actually add any of these ebooks to your bookshelf, and they'll be there the next time you access them. Some books will be available to download for a while. This one's check out for 14 days. And when you get into the ebook, you can highlight, and again, it will save these highlights into your bookshelf. And you can also search within the book, which is a very handy thing to do. But there's also other resources at the library. There's a lot of other resources, and I just want to highlight a few of them. So clicking on other resources over here on the left of the library website will give you links to things like the Writing Center, which you can set up in-person or online appointments. You can email writingcenter@prescott.edu. Now, the Writing Center isn't a specific editing service. They're not going to edit your entire paper and send it back to you, but they will edit a small section of it and show it to you, and they'll have a little conference with you and let you know what universal things you need to be working on, what you're doing well, and what you need to improve. We also have various other databases like Mango Languages. This is a way to learn many different languages, and it gives you practice for speaking and listening and reading. There's also at Prescott College, we want to highlight there's various software downloads that you have access to, and this is through MyPrescott.edu. So you type in MyPrescott.edu, you'll log in, and under Campus Resources, there'll be a link to Technology Resources. When you go there, you have things like the Adobe Creative Cloud. This gives you Adobe Acrobat and Photoshop. Also, there's Microsoft Office 365 you have access to as a student. Plus, there's a program that we have that's called Grammarly Premium. So Grammarly is a great proofreading and plagiarism detection platform for students to use before you submit an assignment. It's very handy. You can also go to our YouTube channel, which is Prescott College Library, and you can see various brief library videos that explain various aspects of searching. But all in all, I just want to remind you, we are here to help. So this was a very brief overview of just some of the resources we have available. And when in doubt, contact the library. We love to help and work with students and show you all the things that we have access to. Simply email library@prescott.edu, or you can call us at 928-350-1300. Thank you very much, and we look forward to communicating and seeing you wherever you might be. Goodbye.